Life reapproached Mr. Zapruder on Sunday, November 24th, the day before President Kennedy's funeral. And they said, we'd like to renegotiate our sale contract with you. We would like to buy the original film and all the copies and maintain possession of them and have not only worldwide print rights, but worldwide motion picture rights. We want all the films and we want all the rights to the films, including motion picture rights. So of course, Mr. Zapruder said, sure, I'll do another contract with you. So the sale contract was rewritten on Monday, November 25th, the day of President Kennedy's funeral. And that contract, instead of for $50,000, the new sale price was $150,000. Spaced out over a period of 6 years, Mr. Zapruder was to get $25,000 a year. And Life was to get the original film and all the copies and the motion picture rights. Now what's interesting is that after spending an extra $100,000 to obtain motion picture rights to the film, Life magazine in 12 years, never once did they exhibit the film as a motion picture or license it for others to exhibit it as a motion picture. So they paid extra money to do this and then never used it as a motion picture. In my opinion, the real reason that Life magazine repurchased the Zapruder film was to suppress that film as a motion picture. We all know today that, yes, the film seems to contain evidence that President Kennedy was shot from the front because his body is propelled rather rapidly to the left and to the rear. Now we know that C.D. Jackson, the publisher of Life magazine, had a long career in and out of intelligence. He was in and out of intelligence with the U.S. government, then back into the private sector, back with the government, back with the private sector. He started his career in London in World War II working for the OSS in propaganda, Allied propaganda. He also rejoined the government in the 50s and worked for President Eisenhower in a propaganda role. So I think Mr. Jackson's friends in government encouraged him and the magazine to repurchase the film, put it under wraps, release still frames from time to time as desired, but don't show that film as a motion picture. I don't think they wanted the crude alterations to the wound imagery to be detected, and I also think they were afraid that people might focus on the motion of the body back and to the left. So the film wasn't exhibited as a motion picture for 12 years. Only when a bootleg copy of the Zapruder film was aired on national television in 1975 by Robert Groden and ABC television, only then did Life magazine suddenly lose interest in the Zapruder film. That very same year, Life magazine sold the film and all of its film elements that it had back to the Zapruder family for $1. For $1, after paying $150,000 for the film. They sold it back to the family for $1 in 1975, after the bootleg copy of the film had become widely seen.